In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, I bear witness there is no God but Allah, and I bear witness that Muhammad is his messenger. I greet all our beautiful, beautiful guests, parents, staff, and students in the nation words of peace of Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
All praises due to
Walaikum
Allah.
salam.
I pray that everyone is doing well and enjoying their beautiful, beautiful Saturday. I pray to Allah, those of you who are in areas where we're having a tremendous heat wave, that you all are staying cool and that Allah blesses you all and us all to make it through these times. Today, I would like to welcome you to our open house. I'm very, very excited about our open house this year because last year we did not have one. We simply sent out the orientation. This year, you will have the benefit of participating in our open house. And also, once your application is submitted, we will also send you the orientation to get you oriented in our homeschooling program. So I'm going to start by sharing my screen. Everyone doing okay?
Yes, ma'am. All praise due to Allah.
Praise
Yes,
be
ma'am.
to Allahu Akbar.
It's so
Those
good
of
to
you
see everybody.
Yes, all praise be to Allah. I was just about to say, those of you who know me know I'm a very interactive speaker, so I will be asking you throughout our time together today if you're doing okay, if you have any questions. By the way, if you do have any questions in the midst of any of the presentations that you see today, please go ahead and put your question or comment in the chat, or you can raise your hand and I'll be happy, actually honored to answer your question. Please make sure that everyone stays on mute and we're going to get through this together as quickly as possible. So let me go ahead and share my screen. Let us all please stay on mute. Thank you. All praises due to Allah. Stepping Stones Online Education Open House. A brief introduction to our learning program. And the reason why you'll hear throughout our presentations today, learning program, is simply because Stepping Stones Online Education is exactly that. We are a learning program. We do not call ourselves a school because we really take state standards and expectations very seriously. So depending on where you are, we are a homeschooling group for you, or we are a school entity for you, or we may just be teacher, staff assisting you throughout your homeschooling program. So it just really depends on what state that you're living in, if that makes any sense to you all at all. We just want to make sure that every state that we have a student in, that we're strictly following their expectations, okay? And yours as well. Your expectation is number one in our book. All right, about our program. Stepping Stones Online Education is a virtual homeschooling program that serves our communities online all across the U.S. Our program curriculum was created to accommodate the national standards for homeschooling. We, as a staff, work in partnership with parents to implement a STEM and project-based learning environment. So PBL simply means project-based learning. Project-based learning, I know most of us understand what STEM is. If you don't understand what STEM or STEAM is, I do have a presenter who later will take questions if you have any questions about it. Well, project-based learning is we have a curriculum that is surrounded around projects. So you may have a student that have to test out of their 6 weeks with a project that is given to them. They may have a writing project. They may have to do a video within the community to express or to articulate what they have learned for the 6 weeks. So that's basically what project-based learning is. Students and instructors log in Monday through Thursday to achieve national standards while also creating an Islamic, loving, moral, and ethical learning environment. Okay, here's the news that I've been dying, well, not dying, but living to tell you all about. So, STEM and project-based learning partnership, Divine Minds, owned by Sister Tiffany X, and SSOE have merged as a learning program. Oh, I was so excited. We are now one. As of June 26th, Divine Minds and Stepping Stones Online Education will merge their online programs. Sister Gina Tate, that is me, has over 15 years of independent and homeschooling experience with an outstanding track record of success with her students using a project-based learning method. Sister Tiffany, wait, Sister Tiffany, that's Sister Tiffany, has over 10 years of experience in education and specializes in STEM or STEAM learning methods, proven to be effective in her own school and several independent schools she has worked with. For an example, Stepping Stones Online Education. Together, both methods of teaching and training will elevate the school's academic and intellectual learning styles while keeping the loving, approachable, and affordable learning atmosphere. You all give it up for Sister Tiffany. She is a partner with us now. Allahu Akbar.
Allah.
Praise be to Allah. I'm so excited for her.
Praise
I'm
be
so
to
excited
Allah.
for her. Director of Elementary Education. Welcome message. So I turn this over. I will now turn us over to Sister Tiffany.
Greetings, family. This is my welcome message. It is a great honor for me to be partnering with SSOE. As some of you all know, I've been teaching here on the online platform since the beginning, and I take this position very seriously. I love my students, and I'm just excited to take it to the next level using STEAM, which is my passion, part of my purpose. And so we're embarking on this amazing journey into the world of education with a strong focus on STEAM, science, technology, engineering, agriculture, and mathematics. I truly believe that these subjects are the cornerstone, and of course, with our strong Islamic spirituality, these are the subjects that we need to build a nation. And so introducing these to our children at a young age helps to equip them to be able to compete in this new world that we are trying to bring in, but also helping them to be equipped to build that new world. So I look forward to this school year where we will definitely prick every child's mind, all of our students' minds, their curiosity, creativity, and discovery together in this dynamic virtual learning environment. It is my belief that every child is a natural-born explorer and are innately scientists. So through engaging hands-on projects and innovative online lessons, I will aim, and our teachers will aim, to spark our child's imagination, build their problem-solving skills, and prepare them to be our future's nation builders that they were born into this world to be. So I'm extremely excited. Sister Gina Tate knows. I'm ecstatic. It's hard for me to even hold back. Just all of the ideas, the plans, the awesome projects. Like she said, it's a project based, so we got so much coming up that I'm looking forward to seeing our little gods, because that's what our children are, little gods, you know, just flourish and prosper and do. So together we're going to do great things. So I thank you, Sister Gina Tay, for having me. And I thank the parents for being willing to turn their children over to us to make them into who they were born to be. Thank you.
All praises due to Allah, Allahu Akbar. So with that being said, I do want to be transparent and let you all know that Sister Tiffany, first of all, Sister Cherie has not went anywhere. Sister Cherie is still with us. Inshallah, she's somewhere on this call. She still have responsibility in our elementary network. Sister Tiffany will be the owner of elementary, the director of elementary, and the coordinator for all elementary classes. So beginning on July 1st, you all will have actually after this open house, all elementary parents, students, and staff will have direct communication with Sister Tiffany. She will be leading that program. As with most programs that begin to expand, they start having different departments. And so by the grace of Allah, we have grown to the point where we have 2 different departments now. We have an elementary department and a secondary department. Elementary will hold their own, and inshallah, secondary will hold their own. All praises due to Allah. All right, and so my name is Sister Gina Tay. For those who do not know, I am the director and the coordinator project-based learning coach for secondary education. Welcome. We welcome you today into the virtual walls of our homeschooling group. We not only want you to take in the extraordinary day-to-day of our program, but the loving and caring spirit and energy we bring to every student and parent every day. So inshallah, at the end, I did not ask anyone to speak that is already in the school because I didn't want it to be rehearsed. So inshallah, at the end of our program, we will be able to have some of maybe our staff, maybe our parents, or even some of our students to just share with you all what they love so much about Stepping Stone Online Education. Sister Tiffany, it keeps going back to you. I think it wants to stay on Sister Tiffany today. Let's talk about our vision. Our vision is to be a catalyst for a Muslim. Now, this is our vision. This is where we headed, Sister Shaniqua. Sister Shaniqua knows she's been with me for years. All praises due to Allah. Our vision is to be a catalyst for a Muslim Montessori online school backed by project-based and STEAM learning. To create a learning program where students lead and progressively become long-lasting builders for their community, excelling in whatever capacity they aspire to. Our aim is to nurture independent thinkers grounded in faith and driven by purpose, who contribute meaningfully to the world around them. So that's our vision. Sister Tiffany, you want to read our mission? What's our mission, Sister Tiffany?
Our mission.
Oh, hold on. There you go.
Our mission is to create an affordable, loving, and moral environment where students will learn to the highest level of their academic potential. We want to develop intellectual, free-thinking students who are capable of building the world around them as soon as they are capable to do so without being regulated by their age. STEAM-based classes, virtual STEAM-based classes, specialized kits for elementary students, engineering math concepts, computer coding, structured classes. Project-based learning. Project-based learning through the operation of Google, AI, science, and kits. Concept creation through writing and kinesthetic learning styles. NOA, excuse me, you all, I'm a little nervous. NOI-based history, true history lessons that will cover state standards while teaching truth to falsehood claims to history. Our classes teach history and Islamic studies, history classes, and ethics class.
Praise be to Allah. Thank you, ma'am. All right, meet our elementary director of education. So now we're going to get into our staff. Sister Tiffany is our STEAM coordinator, elementary STEAM instructor, and fourth grade ELAR instructor. For our elementary, can you all hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, praise Allah. Me and Sister Tiffany are in the same location, so I'm having to mute my device when she speaks. So I'm trying to make sure that you all can hear me. Thank you so much. Elementary instructors, we have Sister Cherie. Woo! Islamic studies instructor, kindergarten instructor, third grade ELAR instructor, and Spanish instructor. And just FYI, Sister Cherie has been with me for 4 years. 4 years. As a matter of fact, our kindergarten students that have just graduated and entered 5th grade was her first kindergarten class, and they are now moving to the 5th grade. All praises due to Allah. We have Sister Maya Mean. Sister Maya Mean will instruct the entire 2nd grade. This is her 3rd year being specifically with the 2nd grade class, but she has been with Stepping Stones for 3 years, and she has a wonderful video for you all to watch. Sister Tiffany, we call her 2X in Dallas, but she's Sister Tiffany Ali now. 1st grade math instructor. She will teach math in ELAR. Next, we have elementary instructors. We have Sister Soraya, 1st grade science and social studies. Sister Soraya is in her 2nd year of school for education, and she was also our valedictorian last year. So she just graduated from high school, and she is working toward completing her degree in education. And so she will be instructing 1st grade science and social studies. So there's our proof right there that we do not hold our children back. Once they show us the opportunity and the intellectual know-how to take on responsibility, we do not hold them back. That is not what we do here at Stepping Stone Online Education. So she graduated with her cap and gown, and she took off her cap and gown and picked up her instructor's briefcase. Allahu Akbar. All right, next we have Sister Tamisha. Sister Tamisha is our 3rd grade math instructor. We have Sister Rhonda, who is our 3rd and 4th grade geography instructor. And then we have Sister Gina Tay, who will be teaching math, 4th grade math for elementary. All right, meet our secondary director of education, Sister Gina Tay, project-based learning coordinator, writing and spelling instructor for 5th and 6th grade, high school instructor. The reason why I just put high school instructor because I instruct multiple classes in high school and Islamic studies for high school. So let's go ahead and jump into our middle school instructors. So our secondary instructors are instructors that cover grades 5th through 12th grade. So they're either covering 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade, all the way up to 12th grade. We have Sister Tamisha. She teaches 5th grade math and 5th grade ELAR. We have Sister Rhonda, who teaches 6th grade ELAR and 6th grade geography. We have Sister Kalita. She teaches pre-algebra for sisters only. Sister Lakaya, who will teach pre-algebra for brothers only. We have Sister Kadira. Sister Kadira teaches Algebra 1. And we also have an ethics high school class. Sister Kadira teaches the ethics class for our high school students. We also have Brother Jabril. He is our geometry guidance instructor, and we'll give him about 4 minutes today to just really define what that means in our program. We have Sister Latoya, who will be instructing 8th grade ELAR, 7th grade geography, and she teaches biology 1. We have Sister Yasina, who will instruct 7th grade ELAR, NOI US history. I cannot wait to tell you all what that encompasses, and middle school Islamic studies. We have Sister Medina, the science mom. She will be the instructor for biology 2. And we also have Brother Student Minister Abel, who was our teacher of the year last year. He teaches world history for the brothers and Spanish 1. So those are our instructors. Teaching national standards. So now I want to get into our standards that we teach. We offer live classes. Stepping Stones Online facilitates live classes with live interactions with students. Our class scope and sequence is organized and written to cover national basic standards. We develop our curriculum and lesson plans to cover the national standard basics. It is recommended that state standards isn't within our curriculum would be the responsibility of the parent. Online standard platform. As a supplement to our live classes, we offer an online platform that we use in class. We use as an additional homework and assessments. This platform may also be used to cover state standards that we may not cover. Parents can simply go to the platform and identify their state standards and fill in whatever we have not had the opportunity to fill in for the year. So I just wanted to be clear. This is an actual, I don't know, can you all see it? Because it's amazing. This is an actual display of one of Sister Tiffany's science class. That's elementary, correct? That's one of her elementary classes. And as you can see, they have taken, is it the frog, the frog dissection? They have taken the parts of the frog and they're able to label it and identify what that part of the frog actually does. And this is in our live class setting, okay? And this is an example of our online platform that we use. So we teach it live, and then what we do is we instruct the students, or we work with the students to put into practice what we have learned in the live classes. So we don't just have live classes, we have live classes, we have workbooks and books, and then we also have online platform to solidify the whole concept. Okay, because we all know that our children learn in different ways. So it's not, we don't stick to one form of teaching. We use all these different elements to bring together one comprehension of the concept, right? Our daily routine. To begin our day in both programs, we begin our day with prayer in our pledge. Elementary program then moves into interactive PE because movement is very important for our young students. So to get their blood running and ready and focused for the day, we do prayer, we do our pledge, and then we move into interactive PE. Secondary students move into the student enrollment facts, and then a recap of Sunday's national lecture. Okay, importance of math. Both programs begin classes with math because we want to teach math at a moment when their minds are the most alert. So we want to grab them right at the beginning of the day so that they can encompass and they have their mind focused on the mathematical concept that they're learning for that day. Each program includes Islamic studies and ethics class. The elementary program class is designed to include a curriculum from the Baby Gods program. If you're familiar with Sister Jasmine and the Baby Gods program, we do interactive programs and material using that program. The secondary program includes the Holy Quran, lectures, message to the Black man, how to eat to live, and of course, the supreme wisdom. Okay, so now it's like, okay, Sister Gina Tay, we hear what you saying, yada, yada, yada. Where is the proof in the pudding? Well, let's see. Let's see. These are our assessments. Our percentile ranks are 44% above national average. We test our students, or we assess our students 3 times a year. We assess them at the beginning of the school year. Once we assess them at the beginning of the school year, we come together and we brainstorm on where to go. So once we decide where we want to move, how we want to bring the numbers up, we actually have a professional development about it. And we have a meeting of the mind on strategies of how to pull these numbers up. Okay. And then the second assessment is our grade book. It's the teacher's report card to see if what we put in place actually made a difference. And the last assessment is everyone's report card. It's the moms, the dads, the parents, the learning coach, the staff, and the students. How do you all do overall? And I just like to say, without bragging, I want to humbly say that 44% above national. I think we make an A in my book. I'm gonna say, oh, we made a strong B. I would definitely like to get us up to 60%. And this is math end of the year results. So let's look at English end of the year results. We did a little better, praise be to Allah. So it says math, you all, I apologize for the error. Our national average for English language arts and reading is 62% above average. And what that simply means is we have very literate students, right? You can't solve a problem if you can't read a problem. So all praises due to Allah. Future of STEM in our after-school program. So those who do not know, we have after-school programs here at Stepping Stone Online Education, and they are free. Yes, free. We do not ask for additional money for our after-school program. We do ask for volunteers, and we do raise money at the beginning of the year to push forward the program. So Stepping Stones Online Education believes in building fun socialization methods. What is the main thing we hear when we deal with homeschooling? She not getting enough socialization. That baby is being deprived of having classmates. Well, not here at Stepping Stones. They talk to one another. We have recess. They're able to stay on for lunch and talk to one another and write on the writing board. But 2 years ago, I decided that's not enough socialization. Let's put in practice a program after school where they can continue their relationship with their brothers and sisters they go to school with every day. And so that gave birth to our after school program. Stepping Online Education believes in building fun socialization methods in homeschooling online. We implement this belief by creating a recess space during lunch. We also create a free after school space where parents and instructors volunteer to instruct free after school STEM programs. While the programs are free, families do have to pay for materials and expenses. So if you look in your upper left-hand corner, that was our cooking class. Oh my goodness. They made homemade baked cauliflower and cheese. They made apple pies. They made homemade tortillas. I mean, I was like, I can't look at these pictures. I'm getting hungry. And they did an excellent job. Look at our family right there. Look at the baby. She's so proud of herself. That was an actual fall apple pie. Did she do great or what? And over here we have our sister Nayla, excuse me, in our STEM circuit class. So they all purchased circuit kits, and we were able to create different devices with our circuit kit. We did a fire alarm. We did a siren. So just different activities. And they love, love, love these programs so much. And when they finally meet together at the end of the year program, nobody is a stranger. It's like they see each other every day online. Now, every now and then we get someone that touches to say, you're real. You're absolutely real. Praise be to Allah. That's our kindergarten and first grade class. They're like, Sister Gina Tay, you're real. It's like, yes, baby, I am. So praise be to Allah. All right, let's talk about our dress code. We do have a dress code here at Stepping Stones Online Education. Stepping Stones Online Education dress code for the brothers: white, maroon, in quotes, in parentheses, you see burgundy, or blue polo shirts, any color pants, but they must be pants. Stepping Stones Online dress code for our sisters. That says brothers. I apologize. For our sisters are the same. I copied and paste because it's the same. White, maroon, or blue polo shirt, any color pants. Sisters will need black, white, or burgundy tans. All right, school enrollment and registration. How to enroll. Stepping Stones Online Education official enrollment begins July 1st. At this time, families can receive a pre-enrollment form to hold their spaces for class. After completing the pre-enrollment form on July 1st, families will receive an email with your enrollment packet. Our tuition is $65 a week because we want to make tuition affordable, right? We're living in a time where our children must separate from the public school. But we are also living in a time where money is very slim. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said at a certain time he wants MUI to be free. And of course, that's what we want for Stepping Stones Online Education. But until that can happen, until that reality is here, we are charging a fee of $65 a week, and we do offer discounts for families of 3 or more. Stepstone's online education require a registration fee of $50 per family. Elementary will have an additional STEM box fee to cover their STEM classes, but you all will have a meeting with Sister Tiffany and she'll cover that information for you. SSOE required that all families purchase workbooks and books needed for class. Our estimation is that the total price per student should not be anywhere more than $75 to $100. And it's really, the only reason why it's 75 to 100 is because of the tariffs and the hikes that's coming. But before that, it was really like $50. But just to prepare you, and because we don't know where these tariffs and regulations are going, this year we said 75 to 100. Okay, we wanted to be as transparent as possible. All right, you can contact us today. We're not done. This is just the first presentation. You can contact us to enroll today. Sister Tiffany, if you don't mind putting these 2 phone numbers in the chat for me. We have the elementary. You can contact Sister Tiffany at 469-324-9205 or at ssoeelementary@gmail.com. You can also contact me, Sister Gina Tate, for secondary, 469-456-6496. My email is stepstonesonlineeducation@gmail.com. If you call me for elementary, I'm going to direct you to 469-324-9205. All right, our website is www.steppingstonesonline.org. It has not been updated since our last school year, but that is one of my projects before school began to update that website. But it's still really, really, really good information on that website about us. Thank you. See you on our first day, August 4th. So now I'm going to stop sharing. And most of our instructors work in multiple capacities. Because we charge $65 a week, we do not pay them nowhere near what they're worth, but we do our best, right? But because of that, they work in different entities of life. And so we have several who work with Asiatic Minds, and the beautiful School of Asiatic Mind has their meeting person this weekend in their first graduation, Allahu Akbar. And so a lot of our instructors are unable to make it because they're celebrating their students, and that's fair, right? That's okay. So with that being said, I'm going to show a review of our year, and I'm going to pause it every now and then just to share information, and those instructors that are here can share their information about what we show as well. Okay, so I'm going to show the presentation. After I show the presentation, those instructors who want to speak, I'm going to allow them the mic to speak. So just give me 1 second. Everyone doing okay so far?
Yes, ma'am. All praises due to Allah.
All right, put some questions in the chat. What questions do you have for us? What comments do you have? While I pull this up, maybe Sister Tiffany or one of our instructors can read to us what's in the chat. Let's see, what's the audience saying to us?
Well, I'm trying to tell you. Come here now.
Well, Sister Victoria says, excellent presentation. All praises due to Allah, I agree. Thank you, Sister Victoria.
Okay, so now we're gonna get on to our year-end review. It's not long, it's just a clip of some of the great things that Allah blessed us to be able to do this year. Again, I will pause along the way to just feed you all a little information. Our year last year was about getting to know one another, introducing new concepts in an online environment. We use plenty of projects to acclimate our students. You're going to hear that. If you enroll with us, you're going to hear that from us a lot. STEM projects. That is our second foundation. Our first foundation is Allah and the Nation of Islam, as introduced to us or guided to us by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. And then right above that is our STEM. The minister said that STEM, science, technology, engineering, arts, and math is very important in this upcoming future. And so we hear and we obey. And so that is part of our foundation here at SSO. Some of these beautiful faces. We had a lot of first-year students last year. If you look to the right, you'll see Sister Soraya again, our valedictorian and our first-year instructor this year. Sister Soraya, this is a picture of Sister Soraya after she recited. Yes, Sister Soraya is Sister Soraya X. She is a registered vanguard in the Nation of Islam. So praise be to Allah. And a very proud mom in our instructor, Sister Latoya. Allahu Akbar. So we do encourage our students to be well informed about Islam in our nation. We take our ethics class very seriously. Ethics, last year was our first year having ethics, and Allah blessed us to have a circumstance to occur. And through that circumstance, our ethics class was born. And through that birth, our high school students have created Islamic reading in the morning for them. We didn't tell them to. They did it on their own. We have several students who are in processing class. So we thank Allah for everything. There is no such thing as coincidences. So when things occur and they surprise us and they shake us a little bit, what do? We depend on Allah to show us and to bring into fruition what it is He would have us to do and what did He want to birth out of the circumstance. And in this case, our ethics class is exactly what it was. And I'm so thankful to Allah, and I'm thankful for Sister Kadira and Brother Abel for standing by my side as we put together something that has really been a blessing to our high school students. Our teachers. This is Sister Ariana. Assalamualaikum, Sister Ariana. I know your mom is on. Praise be to Allah. So in Sister Tiffany class, our elementary students dissect a frog. They dissected a frog. And so Sister Ariana is here. Sister Ariana is here displaying her frog. And they were very affordable. Were they like $3.99 or so? They were like $3.99 project that they could do. They got together and they were able to dissect it and then name the parts of the frog and also tell you what those parts do. How does these parts make our frog function? So it was a very outstanding class, and it was elementary. Our middle schools did it as well. So our teachers this year or last year have been great. We have created great engaging projects in science, history, geography, and math, like dissecting frogs in elementary and secondary. We were so excited, y'all. It was so fun. You would have thought all of us was in this class. It was really exciting. All right, this is my brothers only pre-algebra class. And let me tell you, I believe splitting the brothers and sisters up just really holds true to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad saying that the brothers and sisters should be separated, because myself and Sister Kalita received so many sound results from both classes. So one day we were learning about, multiplying and dividing. Well, we weren't learning, we were actually reviewing multiplying and dividing fractions and simple addition and subtraction as it relates to fractions. And so one of the brothers said, yeah, my mom, she uses, measuring cups, and they have the half sign and the fourth sign when she bakes. And he said, but she never allows me to bake. So I said, oh my gosh, you know what you should do? You should go in her kitchen and you should bake something. And then someone said, oh, we can make it a project. And what do you know? We did. Baking brownies, brothers baking brownies. So I did not give them the recipe. I looked up the recipe, and then what they had to do is they had to use fractions to solve in order to make the brownies. So if your brownies didn't come out right, that means one of your problems or more was incorrect. If your brownies came out correct, that means you solved the problems correctly. It was a lot of fun, you all. They really enjoyed it. I think they enjoyed going in the kitchen and cooking in their mom's kitchen more than anything else. Faces. Can you tell the brother who was happy that he was in his mom's kitchen? I'm not gonna say no names, but look at the expressions. Who was very happy to be cooking in their mom's kitchen? So we had a wonderful time. It was a lot of fun, and we learned. They did an excellent job. All right, and here's Sister Tiffany again in her science classes. So these are some of the projects that she did with both secondary and elementary. All right, for high school last year, we had anatomy class. And one of the things I wanted to do is I wanted to make sure I taught anatomy, and I wanted to make sure we didn't learn about the body on an elementary level. I wanted it to be detailed in a college setting where we can walk away from this class and go to college if needed to, and did a dissertation on any part of the body that we cover. So if you look at these pictures, this is actually work from our actual students. This is not my work. This is theirs. So they had to place these parts of the skull, the brain, and the brain tissue on the head. They had to do a presentation to let me know what the functions of different skeletal muscles were. They had to define the posterior part of the muscles and what those posterior muscles did. And they also had to give me information about muscles of the head. We created a spine. We created and developed the eye socket. So these are the things that we covered in anatomy, like we were in a live lab college setting. And they did absolutely wonderful. And my high school students loved the anatomy class. They would contact me every Tuesday and Thursday to make sure that they had all the materials. I had one student that was so involved in the class that her printer stopped working. And because her printer stopped working, she literally drew the part. She drew her own skull, and then she drew the parts of the muscle for the head. And I just thought, wow, we are really doing something that they can be passionate about while also learning. And if you look right here at the bottom, this is one of our spines that we created out of clay. They did an awesome job. Do you feel like taking over?
Yes, ma'am.
All praises due to Allah. So I'm gonna read this part and then I'm gonna let you have it. Sister Yasina was the ELAR instructor for 6th grade language arts last year, and they literally published a superhero book. They didn't draw a book and put words in it. They literally published a digital book, and you can purchase the digital book. But as a class, they became authors with the help of Sister Yasina. Take it away, Sister Yasina.
Assalamu alaikum. So one of the things that I wanted to do by the grace of Allah this past school year was make language arts fun, because language arts can be boring if all you're doing is working out of the textbook. So because as a backdrop, I have my own publishing company. So I was like, okay, how can I make this fun for the children? Create our own superhero comic book. And so it was called Divine Academy of God's Defenders of Stuff. And all the students, they created their main character. And with every comic books, you gotta have an antagonist, a nemesis. So they had to create their own superhero, create its nemesis, and then give a backdrop to how they got their powers, what their powers consist of, and how they came in contact with their nemesis. And using that, I was able to work on the different concepts with language arts, and it made it more attractive to them because it's about them. And like any other human being, like looking at a picture, you look at a picture, you want to find your own self, right? And so I used that as a means of getting them interested in language arts more, because we got bored with working in our books, just to be honest with you. And they had a wonderful time. And it showed, for the most part, in their end of the year assessment, how much just stepping out of the box of rudimentary thinking of this world and going into the creative mind, because they are gods, going into the creative mind and allowing them to pull out the genius that's in them. And I'll say this and I'll fall back. What I learned having children at Stepping Stones, what I've learned as a parent and as an instructor is one of the beautiful ways for me to teach our children is allowing them to teach me how to teach them, because every child doesn't learn the same. So I had to really sit and listen to them and listen to their voice pitch and listen to watch their mannerisms and look in their eyes and see if they're processing what it was I was teaching or trying to convey to them. And then you taking what I was learning for them and said, okay, well, how would you teach this? Well, show me what you would do. And it worked. So if you're on the fence, I would say at least give Stepping Stones a try. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, praise be to Allah.
Wow, man.
And Sister Yasina will also instruct our middle school NOI US history class. And what she will do is she will combine our NOI history with US history. So she will, just to give you a tad bit, not a lot, Sister Yasina, I'm just gonna give a little bit. We're going to start off by all of the mosque and study groups that we have in our nation, starting with mosque number 1. And they will collect information about mosque number 1, the city of Detroit, the state of Michigan, and all things Detroit and Michigan as it relates to the Nation of Islam. Then she'll move on to Chicago. And so this is her year curriculum. And as she does it, she's going to manipulate it into a book. And next year, we'll have our first Stepping Stones online education book, specifically for our school. Allahu Akbar. Now, come on, we got to give some energy to that. She is amazing. And I thank Allah for her creativity and her thought to expand on what we have here at Stepping Stones Online Education. Thank you, Sister Yasina. So this is the table and the title page. All right, now I will stop here. This is Sister Rhonda's 5th grade geography history of King Tut. She is moving with her students. I keep telling Sister Rhonda, you can't keep moving with your class, but every year at the end of the year, she moving with them. So this will be her last year moving with her 4th grade group. Did y'all hear me say 4th grade group? She started with them in the 4th grade. Then she came to the 5th grade. Now she going to the 6th grade. I said, Sister Rhonda, this is it. You got to go back. You got to go back after this. But her and her group, they just mesh. They're so beautiful together. And so in geography this year for 5th grade, they learned about world geography and history. And as they learned about world geography and history, they did a presentation, a beautiful presentation, and they also published a book on King Tut. So they created their King Tut, and then they wrote a historical book about it. Absolutely wonderful. Shout out to Sister Renee, Brother Vermonte, Brother Muta, Sister Safia A. Let's see who else we have here. I'm trying to move this stuff around. Brother Kason, Brother Raheem. And they did beautiful. Aren't they beautiful? Now look, these aren't colored. They literally made these, beloveds. They made these King Tuts, and they did a wonderful job. Can you imagine Project-based in STEM, you're using your hands and you're putting stuff together as your teacher inform you of what you're putting together. That sticks with you. You don't lose that, right? You don't lose that. Most of the things I remember as a child was a project-based curriculum, something to do in the lesson plan with me using my hands as my teacher taught. I remember those. I remember those lessons, right? Praise be to Allah. All right, here's another round. We have Sister Safia I, Sister Nina, Brother Salim, and Sister Asia. All right, is Sister Tamisha here? Did Sister Tamisha make it? Assalamu alaikum, Sister Tamisha, are you here? They had an event in her city as well. Sister Tamisha is our 3rd grade and 5th grade in ELAR instructor. Her math class created their own bakery. So what they had to do, it says, congratulations, you are the new owner of an amazing bakery. You will need to plan your menu, stock up on supplies, and fill orders. Use the knowledge that you have learned in class. That's practical application. You give them a lesson plan. You teach the lesson plan. You go on our platform, our digital platform. You work on it on the digital platform. Once you understand, now let's show what we know. Let's put into practice what we think we know. So use what you have learned in class to complete the different tasks in the projects. Remember to have fun and use your creativity. Include your family and friends when taking orders. So they literally had to call family. They had to go to the mosque and say, this is my menu. What would you order if you could order from this menu? And then what they did was they had to put it in writing. They had to share their recipe cards. What are you serving? How much is it? What's your profit? How will opening day look for you? Absolutely wonderful class. And they also did a food truck. They did a food truck as well. So this is what project-based learning look like. All right, this is Brother Abel's history class, brothers only. Okay, so look at what the lessons say. So they learned about the history of the Black man and woman in the U.S. So at the end of the school year, they had to get all of their information. All of the lectures he's incorporated with the minister. All the lectures he's incorporated with Brother Student Minister Ishmael, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, the books that they had to read. And he said, after that, after knowing your history as the Black man, after knowing your responsibility in your community, I want you to tell me, who are you and who you aspire to be? Because after getting that kind of truth to falsehood about your history, what did you come up with? These poems were not AI written. They weren't written by their parents. These are our student thoughts. I'm going to quickly, you know what? Both of them are so great and they're kind of long. Oh, but this brother wrote about his name. He said, I am rooted in faith. This is our 11th grade, Brother Jihad. I am rooted in faith. My name is my pride. In the nation of Islam, where truth does not hide, Savior's Day comes and we rise to the call. We rise to recall the birth of the Savior who came for us all. This is poem. Through Master Fard Muhammad, our purpose was lit. To rock you all, excuse me, let me turn my camera off so I can move my camera where I can see it. Okay. Through Master Fard Muhammad, our purpose was lit to rise from the ashes to never submit. My faith is a mission, a torch in my hand to uplift my people, to heal this land. At 12 years old, I met a hard wall, flagged at the airport, made to feel small. My name, Muhammad, brought unjust fear, but I stood taller with each falling tear. My mother, bold, stood firm in that place, demanding respect for her child's name and place. Discrimination stung, but it lit a new fire to walk in my purpose and climb even higher. I dream of success with freedom in sight, a real estate path built on what's right, not bowing to bosses who shun who I am, but building my own with a God-given plan. Do for self, the Honorable teaches me clear. Accept your own, let no doubt interfere. My faith fuels my future, my name leads the way. I strive to rise higher with each passing day. No chains of rejection will shatter my goal, for Allah is with me. He strengthens my soul. Through trials and triumphs, my spirit stays free. This is who I am and who I aspire to be.
Praise be to Allah. Praise be to Allah.
Online education.
Wow.
You're not going to be taught that kind of freedom in the public school. Okay, let me wipe my tears. I get so emotional when I read that. That's Brother Jihad Muhammad from Atlanta, Georgia. You all shouted out for ATL.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, next we have my civics class. So in our civics class, I wanted to put real life instances in front of our high schoolers to give them problems to solve in our community. And so one of the projects was they were to go to their student minister, the student secretary, the student MGT captain, or the student FOI captain, and ask them questions about their community. How can I get involved? How do I go to a meeting, a manager's meeting for my city, and find out what I can do as a citizen to help my community? And so this is our presentation. They could choose whatever they wanted to do after they interviewed. So this is Sister Nazira from Atlanta as well. She wanted to improve the youth and organization in the community. She had questions and answers. I think she questioned her student minister, I believe. The words are too small. And then she put together her action plan. So now that I interviewed one of the laborers, and I've talked to my parents, and I've looked up what's going on and what the need is in my city, now I have to come together and create a plan. And that's what she did. And she titled it Young, Gifted, and Black. Absolutely wonderful. So at this time, I'm going to and I'm going to ask Brother Jabril. Brother Jabril Muhammad, would you like to speak on your upcoming class? Hold on, let me find you, dear brother.
Yes, ma'am. I'm here on screen.
To Allah. There you go. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, ma'am. How are you?
I'm doing well by Allah's grace. How are you?
I'm doing well. All praises due to Allah. Honor and privilege to be here as always. Let me know when you want me to start.
Whenever you're ready.
All right. So I will be remiss if I didn't start. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, I bear witnesses but one God whose proper name is Allah, who came to us in the divine person of Master W. Fard Muhammad, the great Mahdi, to whom praise is forever due. I further bear witness the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, the living, risen, and exalted Christ, and the honorable Minister of Farrakhan, the divine reminder, servant, warner, Messiah. I'd like to greet everyone on our call and hopefully the current and future SSOE with the green words of peace and paradise, say in the Arabic language. Assalamu alaikum, family.
Walaikum salam, soldier.
Salam, sir.
Walaikum salam.
My name is Brother Jabril Muhammad. Some may know, some may not know me. I had the honor, privilege, and pleasure for completing my first year as a member of the SSOE family as the high school geometry teacher. It was absolutely amazing teaching anyone anywhere from 9th through 12th grade, assisting them in a passion of mine, which is teaching mathematics, more specifically geometry, as it's the study of shapes, right? But specifically shapes as it relates to our reality, our environment. And for the past year, I was, teaching every day, right, in the classroom, and as well as, doing the grading and ensuring that everyone was learning at a specific pace. Going into this next year, I'm very excited since Jean-Tay and I took some time to really look at, what was possible moving forward. For those who don't know, I mentioned I'm also an engineer. So I'm a mechanical engineer and work in that capacity as well, and have leveraged that background in order to teach this subject. So I know it mentioned or said, as far as my title, geometry guidance instructor. So what that will really entail, inshallah, is me teaching and leveraging some pre-recorded videos. And what I'm going to be doing is walking the students through our different units, utilizing this book, hopefully. This is everything you need to ace geometry in one big fat notebook, as well as other YouTube videos and other personal instructional material and techniques that I plan to use. And what I'll be doing is taking those, allowing them to view those on the day-to-day, and then several times throughout the month going through and be able to have real-time tutoring sessions. So in addition to teaching, I also have been a professional tutor for math, specifically for the last 10 plus years. So it'll be a nice hybrid type approach to the class, being able to fill in gaps that they may have come up while they're going through the recordings, and in real time, not only showing face, but creating a relationship with the students and making sure that they understand everything top to bottom. I'm a bit old school and traditional in my teaching as far as how I go. I believe problem sets and examples are key, but I'm very vibrant and upbeat in how I bring the material to life. And being an engineer, one of the things I hope to do when we talk about project learning is institute some engineering projects that are centered in geometry to let them know, hey, this is how geometry impacts your everyday life, particularly in the engineering realm. And this is whether you want to be an engineer or not. And lastly, I'll close with saying this. People ask me all the time, if you were to ask someone like, what is engineering or what is an engineer? I say, well, an engineer is one who studies what is to bring into the world that which isn't or hasn't been. And that mentality or that thought process can be applied to whatever you want to do in life, whether you want to be a seamstress, whether you want to be in STEM, whether you want to be a public speaker, whether you want to be whatever it is you want to be. If you can think methodically, if you can understand problem solving, critical thinking, and the ability to think in terms of a system, you can be successful. So I plan to instill that in the students, and I look forward to having whoever I'm blessed to have in my class this year. So with that, I'm going to leave you as I came before you. The greeting words of peace and paradise. We say in the Arabic language, Assalamu alaikum. And for anyone, that means peace be unto you. Thank you, Sister Jean-Tay.
All praises due to Allah. Excellent job. Thank you so much. And the students really do gravitate to Brother Jabril by the grace of Allah, especially our young men, because we need male teachers in the realm of education. So I thank him for taking this task, and he's an excellent instructor as it relates to mathematics and bringing things into a practical development of understanding for them. So we thank you for that, Brother Jabril, and we look forward to having you this year. All right, at this time, I would like to pull up a video of our second grade instructor, Sister Maya Mean. Please let me know if you can see it. Okay, praise be to God.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Ms. Maya Mean Muhammad. I am. Greetings. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Maya Mean Muhammad. I am a second grade teacher at Stepping Stones Online Education. This coming school year, which is 2025 and 2026, I will be here for 3 years, actually. I teach second grade ELAR, mathematics, and science. The ELAR, we pretty much develop reading, writing, and communication skills. We practice spelling and we write our spelling words in sentences. Our mathematics, with our mathematics, we actually build fundamental math skills, including addition, subtractions. We work on measurements, telling time, graphs, and basically math concepts. In science, we explore, it's very hands-on. We explore things around the world through hands-on experiments and activities. With our math and our science interactive notebooks, it keeps our class going where there's no dull moments. Hands-on activities, well, we use interactive games, projects, and experiments, and we learn and retain all of our concepts that's needed. We work together. I ask questions. Each child is to answer the question, and I look for them to answer them in complete sentences. The growth is phenomenal because you will see children coming in and sometimes they are very shy. By the mid of our school year, they're blossoming into the second, third graders that they're supposed to be. We also have open tutoring, and that I give one-on-one tutoring where they can pretty much ask all the questions that's needed. Being at SSOE is just a place where growth is just basically, I have no words for it, seriously, because I see myself growing and I see the children growing and I see others, teachers growing. So this is just something that I'm glad to be in and have joined. Thank you. I welcome all of you, all of the second graders to my class, and let's get learning. There's nothing or no one that will be left behind because we touch on everything and I touch everybody as parents and students. Oh, one more thing. Doing the interactive, as their interactive notebooks, they actually get to bond with their parents because they have different activities that they actually do, and they do it together. And whether it's gluing squares or shapes on paper, or even just making different projects, creating them, it's something that the students have created and the parent has approved. So let's get working. Assalamu alaikum and bye for now.
Wa alaikum salam. Beautiful job, Sister Maya Mean. Allahu Akbar. Would you like to add anything? She's actually here. Would you like to add anything, Sister Miami?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for having me. And
Thanks, Victoria.
in the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, I bear witness that there is no God but Allah. And I also bear witness that Muhammad is his messenger. I want to greet you all in the greeting words of peace of Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum
Walaikum
salam.
salam, sister.
Yes, I was trying to pull up some things that we have actually did in our classes. But just like
You want me to
in
give
our
you share rights?
sure, yes, ma'am.
Okay. There you go.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. I
You're
have a couple of PowerPoints and also some actually classes that projects that we did in our class. We do like agriculture where we plant seeds, and this here is like the rainforest. These are actually work that students actually did, and you know, they work with Play-Doh, they work with construction paper, actual drawing animals. This right here is like an aquarium. This here, just different things like that. And
You
with-
are, this is project-based learning. Absolutely wonderful.
yes, and with this, the parents, they get to be really happy because they are bonding with their children as well. I've had a couple of parents that said that you know, just being beside their students, their child, you know, it helps them bond and they're able to answer their questions and different things like that. So with that being said, we go into our math. From there, I have PowerPoints. They learn place value. They learn, you know, most of them, they start from first grade. I get them, they're very shy, and they learn from ones to thousands. They, from addition to subtraction, skip counting. Skip counting, it actually gradually pushes you over to learning multiplication. Also, I have science. Here it is right here. We're planting our seed. This right here, we learn with Play-Doh. It's different things that, I mean, nothing under the sun that, you know, the children are not learning. They learn different things. They learn matters, you know, the different physical changes. And there's rules as well. And, something happened. Okay, there's rules. So they have a bathroom break when they first come in, and they get a chance to drink their water, you know, eat something. But then when they come in, they turn on their cameras, they make sure that they're sitting in their chair correctly, they mute their buttons, and we do a breathing exercise. With the breathing exercise, it helps the students to calm down and to actually focus. And that's what I like about it. Some parents, they came to me and they were like, who is this woman? But, you know, I learned that because a lot of times I get nervous myself, and, you know, you tend to forget. So I put that into the classroom where they're actually able to calm down and is able to you know, perform their studies. And we start with, in our language arts class, we start with writing on the 3-line paper, and then they gradually go into writing on the 2-line paper. They write their, as I said, their spelling words, and they put them in complete sentences. And I look for punctuation, make sure that they're starting with a capital letter and so on, you know, and we learn different parts of speech and so on and so on. So I just wanted to share that, give you some type of idea with the pictures of what the class is all about. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sister Mayumi. Give it up for Sister Mayumi. What a wonderful, wonderful presentation. We just love, love, love her. Sister Mayumi, you want to put your email in the chat just in case your second graders parents want to reach out to you?
Yes,
All right.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I sure will. Thank you.
All right, coming next, we have Sister Latoya. She'll explain to you the classes that she teach and just review some of the things that occur in her class.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone.
Well,
In the-
Islam.
Walaikum salam.
I would like to greet everyone in greeting words of peace. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, I bear witness that there is no God but Allah, and that Muhammad is his messenger and his servant. I am so happy to be here, and so far I've really enjoyed everyone's presentation. Will be my third year teaching for SSOE, and I will be teaching the subjects of language arts, geography, and biology this year, Biology 1. Last year was actually my first year teaching biology and geography, and this will be my third year with English language arts. So I learned a lot, this being a project-based institution, school, which is actually, I had never experienced project-based teaching. I had heard of it, but never really experienced it. So last year and the year before being the first year, it has been an excellent experience. In my class, I'll begin with English language arts. I like to definitely make sure that the foundational learning is there, as far as parts of speech and things of that nature, of course, vocabulary. And then I like to definitely do a lot of writing exercises. We do journaling, but they also have various writing papers and projects and assignments that they have so that they can display their ability to comprehend and to express themselves on paper. In the beginning, they can be a little bit nervous about it, not knowing what my expectations are, or not even fully understanding what they're capable of. And I would say by the middle of the year, they're excited, more excited about their writing. I can definitely see the growth. And by the end of the year, it's like a breeze to them. And so I enjoy reading their writing, and I enjoy them seeing what they're capable of, and being able to express themselves. I love what Sister Yasina has done with them writing their own book and becoming publishers. I think that writing and reading, of course, we know is absolutely essential. So most of our children, if you were to ask them, can you see yourself or imagine yourself actually authoring or publishing a book, they might say, no, I don't think so. So for them to be able to accomplish that is such a huge, huge, huge deal. So I would like to think that I am helping to cultivate so that those who think that they're not writers, or they have in the past been afraid or shied away from writing or English language arts, they will embrace it with a greater love, as well as reading. So we do a lot of reading, and it's a lot of in-class reading, because I want to make sure they read, but they're also comprehending. Reading and comprehension is very important, because most oftentimes, even some of us as adults, we can be honest and say that we tend to go past words that we don't understand, don't comprehend. And so that can really disallow us to understand whatever it is that we are trying to read. So we make sure we do a lot of word clearing, looking up words, defining them, and they have to show me and prove to me that they do understand the vocabulary that they're using. So therefore, we know AI, know that's something that is not tolerated and that they won't get past and get away with in my class. Next, geography. That again, last year was the first year of my teaching it. We had an experience. It was an adventure. We visited all the continents. The only continent we did speak about, but we didn't go very deeply into, was Antarctica. But all of the other continents we did visit. They had to write and report and pick a country, and they had to tell myself and their classmates and report on that country. So we want to know about the economics of the country. We want to know about the people, the culture. We want to know about the landmass. What do the people do for a living? What are the trades? How do they survive? What is the family dynamic like? What about the wildlife? So they really got to go into their particular country. So therefore, as a class, we learned about so many various and different countries that even I, of course, personally have not visited any of them, but didn't know certain aspects of these particular countries and things about these continents that we visited. So that was wonderful as well. And they, again, thoroughly reported and enjoyed doing the research that they had to do. So they learn about research and the importance of research, and also how to deliver and be comfortable and confident in their delivery in that which they have researched and found themselves. So their presentations were awesome. And then lastly, biology is also another favorite subject of mine, the sciences. So we got to learn so much. We got to get into agriculture. We had got to learn about water, the importance of water. These are just a few things. Of course, wildlife, the different species. We visited, what else did we? So there was so much that we covered in biology. Trying to think of some of their favorites. They definitely enjoyed water. They did a project on water and a written report that they had to present. And then also the different species of animals. We talked about reptiles as opposed to mammals. And so we went into depth about the differences there. And there were quite a few things that we got to visit and learn in our biology class. Talking about atoms, matter, cells, of course, the scientific method, which we had some fun with, and kind of breaking down that periodic table. So it's been a great experience. I'm learning along with my students, which is the greatest part. Of course, these are things that I've taken, but I'm learning again. And there's nothing like teaching a subject to really, really learn it in a new way. So it's very, very exciting to me. And I just pray that that excitement is expressed in my teaching. But I would have to say that my students I love the interaction and the feedback that I give. And they're very interactive in class. And so this year, looking forward to a lot of new projects. I will be collaborating with several of my fellow teachers, and looking forward to collaborating on projects, and just a wonderful year. Stepping Stones has been a blessing to me and my daughter and my family. My daughter graduated this year, I'm sorry, in June. And it has been a dynamic and wonderful experience for her and I. And it was the best choice that I could have made for my daughter and also for myself as far as teaching. So I'm speaking as an instructor, but also a parent. Stepping Stones, you cannot go wrong with Stepping Stones. You will be very pleased. We're going to just strive to exceed your expectations. And this is a school of love, self-love, and I pray that we have a wonderful year. I could look forward to our new beginning this year. Thank you.
Thank you, Sister Latoya. All praises due to Allah. All praises due to Allah. Thank you, Sister Latoya. You want to put your email, your SSOE email in the chat?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. At this time, I'm going to ask if anyone have any questions at this time for our elementary coordinator and director, Sister Tiffany. Anyone have any questions for Sister Tiffany at this time?
There's no more.
You can place them in the chat if you like.
I don't have any questions, but I just wanted to say I'm looking forward to working with you, Sister Tiffany. I'm excited to have Air part of this program.
Yes, ma'am. I'm looking forward to working with you as well. Is that Sister Crystal?
Yes, it's me. I was looking for the mute button
I'm
again.
glad you made it on.
Oh, for sure. I am too.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I look forward to working with Brother Ear.
Yes. Thank you.
Oh, we do have some questions in the chat. Let me go to, let me see if I can find some elementary. Oh, there was a question, was there a fee for holding the spot? It absolutely is not. Once you complete that pre-enrollment form, your child has that spot secured until the day our registration fee is due. So once the registration is due and you don't pay the fee, then that's when your child falls off of the secured place. That was a good question. Thank you, Sister Khadija. You just look and see. Oh, well, let's run.
I apologize. Sister Genete, earlier, there were a couple of questions. There was a sister asking about the schedule. Was there a difference in schedule and what was the schedule for the children, elementary and middle school? And then someone also had a question about the science, the 6th grade science class. What class will that be? Share. I did see those questions. And also the another question, I'm sorry, lastly, the end of the year celebration. And are there in-person meets or an end of the year celebration?
Oh, good questions. So I'm going to allow Sister Tiffany to answer the question about kindergarten, Monday through Thursday. Yeah, it is part-time. They only meet for 3 hours. Kindergarten meets for 3 hours, I believe. It may be 4, but it is not the entire day. It is half a day, but it is Monday through Thursday. So they meet Monday through Thursday for a couple of hours every day. And the second question was about the schedule. So elementary begins at 8 a.m. Central. If you're on East Coast, that will be at 9 a.m. Eastern. And secondary begins at 9 a.m. Central. And if you're in East Coast, it's 10 a.m. Eastern. The next question was about 6th grade science. So our 6th grade science, because specifically for Brother Hanif, he was in biology 1 last year. Yes, our middle school students, they take high school science. So because he was in biology 1 last year, he will be in biology 2 this year with Sister Medina. Did that answer your question, Sister Shaniqua?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, yes, ma'am. So he'll be in biology 2.
Sister Genete, someone also wanted to know if there will be an order placed for TAMS.
Is there somewhere to order TAMS? Is that the question?
Yes, ma'am.
There's a sister in Houston, Sister Kathleen. who did our towns last year. Also, Sister Ayana, brother, student minister Abel White, makes our towns for us as well. So I will forward you their information once enrollment has begun. Now, I think the prices are like $15 a tank. Oh, good question. So our registration fee is due on July 18th. And the reason why is it will be time for us to renew our platform. So we will renew our platform once all the registrations are in. So if someone could put that in the chat, registration is July 18th. School begins August 4th. So the way our tuition roll is you pay a week, you pay not a week, you pay the Friday before the Monday. So you pay Friday for the upcoming week. So because school starts on August 4th, the first week of tuition will be due August 1st. So your first week of tuition is due August 1st. And then after that, you just pay your tuition either weekly, monthly. I do want to say, be careful if you're paying, monthly, because there are, I believe, 2 months in the year where there's 5 weeks. So for instance, if you are a parent that pays monthly and you're paying $260 a month, those months that have 5 weeks, you will need to add an additional $65 for that month. All books, we're asking all book material is ready by August 11th. So we try our best to give you a month to order your material. So your workbook list would be out and in your email the first week of July. And then your student will need to have all their books by August 11th. So that is a great question. So Sister Tiffany says someone asked, what are the subjects for 9th grade? If you're in 8th grade through 12th grade, I need you to send me your student's transcript. If they're in 8th grade going to the 9th grade, I need their last report card. Because once you are transferred from middle school to high school, there is a standard for classes that you must attend and pass in order to graduate. So once I have your classes that you have taken in the past, I individually make students' schedules. Now, for our students who are coming from 8th grade to 9th grade, they will have Spanish 1 this year. They will have English 1. They will have, depending on their assessment scores, they will have either pre-algebra or algebra. Because we don't move you on in math because we love you. We love you. But in high school, we don't move on from classes until our assessments, our grades, and our instructors say so-and-so is ready to move on. So that 9th grade student will either take algebra or pre-algebra. High schoolers will take physical science this year because next year we will do chemistry. Islamic studies, in ethics. I believe I said all of the classes. Praise be to Allah. We love you, but we don't move because we need you to master your math.
That's right.
Ma'am, Sister Gina J, someone is asking, does the school accept ESA fund? And also, Brother Green wants to know if you can go over the dress code again before finishing the open house.
Absolutely. So we are now accepting ESA from Arizona. If you have an ESA from another state, let's have a conversation so I can make sure that we're in line to accept it. But we absolutely are ESA certified in Phoenix. If you're in another state, I just have to get acclimated in that state, which wouldn't be hard for us, inshallah. Because I'm not Allah, but inshallah, it will not. May I ask what state you are in that you have your ESA? May I ask, is that okay for me to ask? You can private chat me if you want. Dress code. The brothers are to wear any color pants, but they must be pants. A white polo shirt, blue polo shirt, maroon/burgundy. It depends on what school store you go. They'll call it maroon or they'll call it burgundy. ESA is a voucher program. Some states pay for resources and materials for you to educate or use other resources to educate your students. So for instance, in public school, each day your child sit in their chair, that school is paid $5,000. Now the ESA program, the government don't pay that much for homeschooling. Like we have the ESA program rolling out in Texas, and I think for homeschooling it's $2,000 a year, which absolutely cover your tuition for Stepping Stone because Stepping Stone is $65 a week, right? So the ESA program they're like, okay, you don't want to choose public school, here are some funds for you to choose a different resource. So that's what the ESA program is all about. And we as a homeschooling group, that's why we're very careful with the language we use when we define what we do. Because if you go into an ESA program and you say, well, my children go to Stepping Stone Online Education School, they're going to look for me to have the criteria of a school. And I don't necessarily have that unless you're in the state of Texas. I'm qualified in Texas. But if you're in the ESA program somewhere else, the language would have to be used that this is a resource that I use to educate my students. Does that make sense? I use the SSOE program to educate my children, and then they'll release the funds because we'd have to prove that we have a curriculum based on standard nationals to cover the ESA program. That was a really good question. Hold on. There was another question before that. So I don't know. You'd have to if you Google ESA program in whatever state you live in, it'll let you know. But from my understanding, Florida has a very strict ESA program. You literally have to either be a private school in the state or a certified teacher in the state to get an ESA in Florida. But Florida has ESA, Arizona, Arkansas, and Texas will have it 26-27 school year. Yes, Sister Candace, but it doesn't begin until 2026, 2027. And we are absolutely getting ready to be able to prepare to accept that ESA once it roll out. Yes, ma'am. How can you apply for an ESA? It depends on your state. It depends on your state. For instance, the state of Texas say you have to have a certain income to qualify, and then once they qualify, all who they can qualify in that income base, then whatever's left over, if you make more than that, whatever funds are left over, they'll disperse the funds to whoever apply, if that makes sense. So it just depends on your state. What was the other question?
Sister Danica would like to know, what is the second grade elementary subject?
Okay, take it away, Sister Tiffany.
Assalamualaikum, Sister Danica. I'm glad you made it on.
Yes, ma'am. Walaikum salam. Good to see
Yes,
you.
ma'am. Sister Maya Mean is the second grade teacher, and Sister Maya, you can correct me at any time because I'm still learning everyone's schedule. But of course, it's the core subjects of math, language arts, social studies, science. I believe it's science. Excuse me, Spanish. Do you do Spanish as well, Sister Maya?
No, Sister.
No, ma'am. Sister Shree does.
Okay, so second grade, it will be science, mathematics, social studies. Right. It's
Not
in
social
English.
studies. We don't.
And then how are grades tracked and communicated with parents? It is on Google Classrooms, which is a platform through Google. So you would create an account and all the assignments will be uploaded to Google Classrooms. And then as far as the grading, it's through a platform called ThinkWave. And ThinkWave is how parents are communicated with as far as grades. You can see what grade your student receives, Jet would receive, and then as well as report cards come through ThinkWave. How'd I do, Sister Maya? Is that right?
Yes, ma'am. That's correct.
Praise be to Allah. Okay. Sister Danica, did that answer your question?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Okay. Praise be to Allah.
Did I finish the uniform criteria? I think I did. And for sisters, it would be a white polo shirt, black polo shirt, or burgundy with any color pants. And they will also need to have either a white, black, or burgundy tam. All right, you all can ask questions while we wait on more questions. You can raise your hand or place it in the chat. Do we have any students or parents who would like to speak on their experience? Sister Samantha, you were a first year parent last year. What was your what grade give us our grade in your comment on SSOE? I know I picked you out of the blue. It's spontaneous if you are available or you feel like it. What did you think about SSOE for your sons last year?
Yes, ma'am. Assalamualaikum.
Like Islam.
Yes, ma'am. I have twin boys, and they entered into 9th grade last year, and they absolutely loved it. The programs that they were in before SSOE, they really loved. They loved it, but when they actually entered into SSOE, they loved the hands-on projects, and the teachers were very supportive, really cared about their development and where they wanted to go. So they had a fabulous time. and they also really exceeded, their grade levels really skyrocketed, by the end of the year. It was, I was really, my husband and I were really proud of them, and all the little accomplishments that they've made along the way. So it's absolutely a blessing. And so we're really grateful for all the teachers and Sister Jean, and her, expertise, because I was kind of, you know, math is not is not a subject for a lot of children, that they like, but um, having their teacher, Sister Kadira, as their math teacher, they really loved that, and Brother Abel. It was really a nice experience of having the different teachers, being able to direct them in, different areas of what they were learning. So it really is a blessing. So I am absolutely excited for them to get back this year, for school. So yes, ma'am.
Praise be to Allah. Can I brag on their assessment results?
Go ahead. Yes, ma'am.
One student, one of her students, so our assessment grade on grade levels, and each 100 points excelled them to the next grade level. She had one student to go up by the end of the year. From August to May, he went up 210 points. I'm going to say that again. 210 points. That's 2 grade levels.
Yes,
Then her
ma'am.
other son went up 350 points. 350 points. That's 3.5 grade levels. And
Yes,
that's
ma'am.
1 year here at SSOE. They really drove themselves. They were passionate about excelling, and they had teachers that encouraged them to keep going. And even to this day, I think I checked our platform on Monday and I could see them working on
Yes.
the platform. So we try to encourage them to be motivated to do their best, to excel. There is no cap on your greatness. This is what we teach them. You're as great as you want to be, right?
Yes,
So when we tell them that, when we instruct them to bust the walls, bust down all these walls that the enemy have put you in, that's not your place. Break down all of these walls that they say you have to be in. Like the movie, Nobody Puts Baby in the Corner. Nobody put our students in a corner or blocked in a wall, because we're going to teach them how to bust those walls down. All
Yes.
praise due to Allah.
Oh, and also, Sister Jean, if I can also make another comment, through the whole year, I've never had to ask them. Of course, I always, check on them and make sure they're doing their homework, but they were so motivated and eager to do their work this year that that I've never had to ask them, did you do your homework? They always look at me, like, yes, of course, like they were so eager to do their work and their assignments and everything that it wasn't, it was really an easy year, in terms of them being motivated to, finish their homework on time and whatever assignments they had to do. And so it was, I really took note of that and was like, wow, this is, I'm really blessed. They're really blessed to be in the school. So yes, ma'am.
All praises due to Allah. And we're blessed to have them, you and your husband here at SSOE. We feel very blessed.
Praise.
All right, Sister Latoya. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Assalamu alaikum really quickly.
Like-
I just wanted to bear witness to what you said as far as our children excelling and not holding them back, and just reminding parents and bearing witness that this is not the public school system. I mean, really, truly, they're going to be placed according to their capability and how they perform. So I can bear witness, as well as other parents, of students who have excelled, did extremely well on their testing by the end of the year, and just doing very well in their classes and being skipped, skipped a grade. So it's not based on, oh, this is your age, this is your grade level, like traditional schools. And so a child can be left back or slow in a class where they feel like it's too slow or it's not challenging them. And that's oftentimes where the behavior problems come in. So that is something that I really love about Stepping Stones, because your child is allowed to excel and can skip, and they are taught that you can do as well. You're not going to be held back. So they're encouraged to do well so that they can succeed. And our students can graduate early. That very possible at Stepping Stones. So that's something I appreciate, and as well as definitely the project-based learning, the mass, and them actually doing in-person things, such as Sister Samantha's sons. They were in cooking class and they enjoyed it. My daughter took it, but there were just as many boys in the class that enjoyed the cooking class, as well as the little sisters. And these days, home economics and things, classes like that, shop class, they're trying to remove those things from our schools, public schools. And so that hands-on learning, any type of project-based, whether it be in cooking, engineering, agriculture, whatever it may be, writing their own books, this makes a huge difference in their eagerness to come to school, to class every day. So I can bear witness that with my daughter Soraya, did not have to ask her or be on her about. She willingly completed her homework, her assignments, and I didn't have to go after her, or it wasn't a challenge to get her to do her assignments or her work. She was eager to do it, and that's how she approached it on her own. So I just wanted to say that.
Praise be to Allah. Now, you all know the flip side of that is, just like we are encouraged to move them up, we are encouraged to keep them where they are until they master what they need to master. I hate to keep reiterating that, but for some reason at the end of the year, there's always someone who is shocked or taken aback when we have to have that hard conversation. But the fact of the matter is, what we will not do is guide your child into this world unprepared. We will not. Allah will judge us for that. We will not send them in the wilderness wandering. So it goes both ways. If you're excelling, we're going to excel you. If we see a struggle that needs to be approached and discussed, we will approach it and we will discuss it in a positive and loving way, because what we give out at the end of the year are action plans. What are action plans is what we need to put in the action to have motion and force to be ignited, right? So there has to be an action plan put in place, but we do have to have those hard conversations, Yes, ma'am, Sister Candace, assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam, family. I hope everybody is doing well. I just wanted to say something really quick. And third, what Sister Samantha and Sister Latoya said, all of those things are abundantly true and obvious. And same thing, I never had an issue with getting my children to do the assignments and participate. They love school. They can't wait to log in. For those of you who were in elementary, Last year, it started at 8 and then secondary was at 9. And Portage would be up in the morning like, we have to leave now. We have to leave. And anytime we were late, she was pouting, running around. So it is true that they really, really enjoy participating in the classes. And the one point that I really want to make that I think is just the super secret sauce of SSOE, I mean, not including, like, of course, that it's a Nation of Islam school and the beautiful foundation that Sister Gina Tay has already explained. But for my babies, they were homeschooled by my mother-in-law. And so they are used to being in a very loving and nurturing environment. And the thing that I love the most about SSOE is how much they love their teachers. They would tell me every day, oh, Sister Yasina said this, or Sister Latoya, or Sister Tip, at the end of the day, there was always something encouraging that the teacher said, or something loving, or something. I don't know. It's very, very family-like, and it made it very easy for me to trust the school, to be able, to educate them, but also to encourage them. And to me, that was the best part of SSOE, is just the love and support that the teachers provided. And sometimes it wasn't like, I don't want to say it was like super nice and all those things, but Sister Gina Tay, I'm gonna throw you under the bus. Because Chase had a couple run-ins with Sister Gina Tay, and it wasn't that she was just so loving and so, but she was so supportive of him, and even in his struggles, and even the things that he felt like, well, I think she just don't like me. No, you just not doing this, or you're just not applying yourself, and she's not gonna let you do that. So you all, to the teachers here, and the ones that are not here either, you guys do a really great job at balancing the love and support, but also holding them accountable and helping them to get to the next level. And I'm out of breath. Sorry. Certain stuff going on.
Yes, ma'am.
But yes, so praise be to Allah for each and every one of y'all. Yes.
Praise be to Allah. And I was looking, and you have to know your students, right? And I said, I'm going to get a call from Mom. And so when she called, I said, I was expecting your call. Didn't I, Sister Candace?
100%. It threw me off. Like, how somebody say something and throw you off, like, wait a minute, what you mean you was expecting my call? And yeah, she got me straight. So praise be to Allah.
No,
for
I
that.
did not get you straight. But I had my ducks in a row, because when we deal with our children are God's, right? And so when we teach them in a way that is different from where they have come from, it takes adjustment sometimes, and it's not that the child isn't still a God. It doesn't mean that the instructor isn't a God. It means that we have to find a way to come together in our Godship and make it work where it is productive for you. So that was one of the instances. I see greatness in Brother Chad, and Brother Chad didn't want to give me the greatness that he had. He was like holding it. He was holding it like, no, I don't want to let it go. I don't want to let it go. And I was like, you gonna let go. You gonna show me what you got. And so by the end of the year, he showed me a lot. I was so proud of him. I'm sure Brother Jabril was too in geometry. He literally got to the point where we were like, okay, Brother Chad, we see you. Praise be to Allah. Yes, ma'am, Sister Shaniqua. That's not like.
Walaikum salam. I just wanted to say, you took the words out of my mouth, Sister Jean, because Sister Gina Tay had to my children when they were younger, when we were in Texas. But the way to Yamina, the way to pull from her was Sister Gina Tay, every Monday morning she had to bake with her. she had to bake a cake, the brownie, something with her to get her motivated and started. She was younger, but she's still very, very quiet. But she's gonna hand in all her work. She's gonna do all her work. I mean, she's just you really have to pull it out of her, and they know how to do that. So and it's family oriented. You have teachers at SSOE that have known these children from the womb. And when Sister Ava spoke about her upbringing and how she went to church with her teachers, so they worshiped together, they lived on the same block, they all of these things, these children worship together, they've known their teachers since forever. So it really is an auntie uncle relationship. It's not just talk, and it doesn't stop at school. You may hear your mom and one of the teachers on the phone after school or whatever, because we're friends. We're family for real. So that's the beauty of the school. That's the beauty of the brotherhood and sisterhood, when we come together in one common cause to now educate our children. So praise be to Allah.
We strive to be a united front because we want to be approachable, and we want the parents to know that they can communicate with us. And once the student know that there's a relationship, there's a sound relationship between the parent and the instructor, they understand the assignment. Because if Sister Soraya talk all during class, she already know after school, I'm calling Sister Yasina, Assalamu alaikum, let me tell you about prayer today. And she say, oh Lord. Or Sister Sophia will come to her and be like, Mom, will you just tell Sister Gina Tate, I cannot turn this work in today. I am not feeling good, but we have that type of relationship to where everyone is approachable. Oh, and I wanted to say before I call on Sister Yasina, Sister Shaniqua's daughter graduated 8th grade this year and will be attending 10th grade in the fall. So shout out to Sister Yamina. Allahu Akbar. Look, I had to make a lot of cakes and a lot of bean soup to get us there, but we made it. Yes, well, Sister Yasina.
Assalamu alaikum again. Okay, as a parent, we're going in the 5th year, right? So everything that Sister Gina Tate said about my children is true. Sophia just got to a point, she's going to 5th grade, she's just gotten to a point where this year she didn't say a lot of times, because she still said, I think I'm gonna check myself out of school. Previous year, she just logged off and said, I'm over it. But this year she stayed a lot longer, and I didn't get as many phone calls. But my children have grown a whole lot. And they've already said that if Stepping Stones opens up a college or university, they will be going, because they love it here. And I've asked them, hey, just as a test, do you want to go somewhere else? No, we're not leaving Sister Gina Tate. So, and it takes a lot to extract from my children, but the teachers, before I even became an instructor, I've watched the instructors over the years and how they handled my children, which made me want to go, okay, yes, Sister Gina Tate, I will come and teach because of the environment. As an instructor, Sister Shaniqua, I'm gonna tell you, once I got Sister Yamina, when Sister Yamina started talking to me on her own, I felt like I had conquered the world.
Amen.
Because she'll sit back and she'll listen, and she'll doodle or doing whatever she's doing. And I had to call on her. But when she would finally come into class and she'd give me the greetings, and then she'll start asking me questions, or we just have a very short conversation, but a conversation nonetheless. I thought, oh, Allah, thank you. Because we do have those students in each of our classes where they're not talkative, they're very reserved, and you have to know how to approach them. And Sister Yamina, she taught me this year. So praise be to Allah. But and congratulations, yay, for her going to the 10th grade. That's all.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, I'm going to give this last example, and then I'm going to let everyone go if no one else have any questions. We are so sensitive to how our students feel about their education that at the end of the school year last year, my fourth graders, when I taught math and language, they wasn't their hyper and excited self. You know, it was kind of sad. Sister Todd would come in and she'd give the greetings, and then her head would go down, or Sophia send me a message, can I please turn my video off? And Corinne was crying. Like, we'd go over something and everybody would be successful and we'd move on, and she would cry. And I was like, it would bother me. So I asked them one day, I said, can y'all tell me what's wrong? Even the twins, Asata and Afina, they would turn, can I turn my camera off? And I asked them, I said, well, can you all tell Auntie what's wrong? Like, why do we act so sad lately? And Sister Michael, being the voice of the class, Sister Gina Tate, we don't want to go to 5th grade. I said, what? You don't want to go to 5th grade? It's scary, and it's a lot of stuff that go on, and we just want to stay in elementary. I had to have a conversation with my secondary school, and I said, we have to let 4th graders visit 5th grade class. We have to let them spend the day in class and move where 5th grade move. We have to make them comfortable because they're scared to move on. And it was so beautiful, you all. It makes me want to cry right now, because the 5th grade instructors talked to their class and they said, okay, the 4th graders are coming in today. They're gonna have questions. We need you to tell them about how secondary is, and we're gonna let them participate. And the way the 5th graders that are going to the 6th grade this year rose to the occasion. They were like, there's nothing to be scared of. Sister Rhonda is nice, and you know, you only have Sister Gina Tay on Tuesdays. They were like, in math class is fun, and you know, the students, Sister Yacina bro witness, the 4th graders asked them questions like, you know, is the word hard? And one of the 5th graders said, it is different from 4th grade, but you can do it. This is the 5th grader talking to a 4th grader. He said, but you can do it. You just have to be focused and you have to turn your work in. But all your teachers will help you. And we'll help you too. We'll be in 6th grade, but you can always ask us in the chat and we'll help you too. And I thought to myself, we are really bringing in something beautiful, something that is creating a unity with all these babies across the United States. And it's something that I'm so grateful for. something that is still going into year 5, very intimidating to me. Because if any of you all been here with me long enough, you know that I always say this is not my school. This is Master Fard Muhammad's school. So every year, every day, I pray that Allah continue to hold on to us at SSOE. Because as long as Allah is guiding us, and as long as Allah's presence is here, we can't go wrong. We can make mistakes, but even in our mistakes, if we look to God, if we look to Allah, it's not wrong. It's just adjusted, right? So with that being said, I pray to Allah that you will join this beautiful entity of education, because we will give you all that we have. We will give you all the love that is needed. We will give you all the help that we can to help provide a strong foundation in education for your child. Now, the flip side of that is you have to promise the same thing to us, right? And together with your promise and with our promise, we can build the new world that is expected for us to build with the help of Allah. So I thank you all for joining us today. I will again put the pre-enrollment form in here. If you have not filled it out, you can fill it out. If you have filled it out, you can look forward to our application and enrollment packet July 1st. So I would like to turn it over to Sister Tiffany to see if she have any last words. I want to tell you all that if you are in elementary, you are in very safe and capable hands with Sister Tiffany. Now remember what I said now. After today, if you text me about elementary, I'm sending it to Sister Tiffany. But she looks forward to working with you all. I thank you all for your time. Assalamu alaikum. Sister Tiffany.
Again, I am over the moon, excited to jump in, make this year like no other year has been, just elevate and evolve SSOE to new heights, specifically within STEAM. That's my jam, that's my purpose. I'm moving from the in-person to online, and it's going to be a little bit of an adjustment because I love doing the hands-on piece, but we're going to make this thing do what it do. We're going to put this STEAM and project-based learning to work, and I just look forward to working with all the parents of the elementary to where, Sister Gina Tay, my goal is to make it to where they're not gonna want to leave again and go to secondary. So that's the goal. I'm very familiar with a lot of my students already. So, I'm a familiar face. So I just look forward to continuing this thing on and taking it to new heights and new levels. So please reach out to me. Please feel comfortable calling me or emailing me with any questions or comments. There's still things that I'm in training right now with Sister Gina Tay, so I'm still learning certain things as far as the backside. But any questions that I can answer, I will answer, and anything that I have to refer to Sister Gina Tay to help me with in the very beginning stages, I will get those things answered. So I look forward to hearing from you all and working with you all. Assalamu alaikum.
All praises due to Allah. So thank you all for attending. Let us close in prayer. Please take the position that is comfortable for you. Position of prayer. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, all praise is due to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the Beneficent, the Most Merciful, Master of the Day of Requital. Thee alone do we serve, and thee alone do we beseech for help. O Allah, guide us on the right path, the path upon whom thou hast bestowed favor. not the path upon whom wrath is brought down, nor those who go astray. Amen. If no one has told you they love you today,
We do.
Walaikum salam.
Walaikum salam.
Man, love y'all,
Thank
family.
you.
Looking forward to this year.